Hi, kids. This is another one of my favorite books on epic called Ghoulia. Ghoulia, Book 1. Making friends can be scary if you're a zombie. The residents of Crumley Manor, Ghoulia, Auntie Departed, Shadow, Uncle Misfortune, Tragedy, Granddad Coffin. Ghoulia was no ordinary child. She didn't feel particularly different, but compared to other children, the color of her skin was a little odd. She was pale, deathly pale, a greenish gray color. Her eyes were as big as round as ping pong balls, with bright purple shadows underneath. Purple was Ghoulia's favorite color. Oh, and one last thing. Ghoulia can pull off parts of her body whenever she wanted, as if they were a jigsaw puzzle pieces. Ghoulia was a zombie, a perfectly normal zombie girl. So to Ghoulia, her life seemed perfectly normal. She lived in Crumbly Manor with her auntie departed. There were lots of rooms where she could play whatever and whenever she wanted. The manor was surrounded by a huge garden with trees that were made perfect for climbing. However, Gulia always made sure not to be spotted by anyone. The nearby village, the attic full of cobwebs, the haunted west wing, Auntie Departed's parlor, creaky steps. Gulia's best friend was an albino greyhound named Tragedy, who played with her all day. Nobody was quite sure whether he was dead or alive. At night, he slept at the foot of Gulia's bed. Gulia loved her. Gulia loved her dog and her house and her family. But there was a but. The thing that Gulia wanted more than anything else in the world was to make friends with the other children in the village, but this was absolutely not allowed. Whenever Gulia played near Crumley Manor, Gulia spied on them. Sometimes they were curious enough to peer through the manor's gates, but no one had ever been brave enough to enter the grounds. I wonder why. Auntie Departed had made Ghoulia promise to never let herself be seen by anyone from the village, especially not by the children. Auntie worried constantly that they would be discovered and chased out of their home. Then, where would they go? What would become of them? One morning, Ghoulia had a brilliant idea. I will disguise myself as a normal living child. She let herself into Auntie Departed's bedroom. She borrowed Auntie's makeup, brushes, and hairpins. Then she dug out some brighter clothes from the old dusty wardrobe. Finally, Ghoulia waltzed down the staircase to show off her new look and ask, Now can I go play with the other children? Auntie Departed screamed and fainted. When she came to, she was furious with her niece. She explained that Ghoulia looked nothing like a normal child. Once again, Auntie Departed forbade Ghoulia from setting foot outside the manor. Ghoulia followed Auntie's rules, and she didn't venture beyond the manor's walls. But one day, while she was spying, she heard the children talking about a night when they would all dress up as monsters and walk from the house to house asking for a trick or a treat. It was called Halloween. Ghoulia had a brilliant idea. She would sneak out of Crumbly Manor on Halloween night dressed up as a monster. Then she could join the celebrations with the other children. The really brilliant idea. Do lots of research before the party. Choose the perfect costume. Consult Tragedy. He's very trendy. Hmm, not a witch. Maybe I should just stick with being a zombie. Create a distraction so that Auntie Departed doesn't notice anything. Eureka! I'll unstitch Shadow. That way she will be busy putting him back together.